Well, hello my friends and welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing Dspiae metallic color markers. These are fairly new, for me anyway. A local retailer here on the east coast of America just got them in. And these are available on AliExpress also. But I will put a link to both and I will show you where I got them. Here, I'll pick up my other cell phone here. There we go. This is Mega Hobby, where I got them from. They're about $3 a piece. Yeah, $3.50. And they have all the colors. I show you here. I think they're out of one, or I forgot to order one. But technically I didn't, and I'll show you that in a second. Now, AliExpress has them too. Let me pull my phone here and check out AliExpress. Here they are at AliExpress. $3.43. It's about the same price. Shipping isn't bad. I think it's free shipping over $10. Buy 4, get 5% off. So it all adjusts depending on how you end up ordering. But they seem to have all of them here too. Here's the orange. We're going to go through the colors now. But I'll put a link below for both. For America, for Mega Hobby, and for Dspiae, I guess, for Dspiae, for AliExpress, for international shipping. Let's go ahead and show you what we have here. These are classified as MKA01. So this is red. It's 02, orange. 03, yellow. 04, chartreuse. 05, green. Start down here. Oh, here we are. Shaky hands. 06, cyan. 07, blue. 08, purple. 09, magenta. 10, where are we here? Golden, which is odd. And I don't have 11, which is silver. Technically, I don't have it. I'll show you in a second. And 12, there's 12 in the lineup. There's 12, and that's bronze. All right, so I'm guessing golden is gold, bronze, and silver. But in their other marker lineup, I got super metallic markers. You see they're almost the same, but the numbering is different. It's MKS for super. I'm guessing the A is acrylic. I'm not sure. These are acrylics. So this is chrome silver. This is number 2, MKS, titanium gold. And 3, champagne gold. All right. So that's why it says I'm missing the silver, which is number 11, but I do have the silver. That's chrome silver. So I'm guessing it's not true chrome. When they put silver in with chrome, it's probably a super shiny silver. It's my guess. Anyway, we are going to test all of these out. I'm going to mark them all on these pieces of black plastic. And I cut them in strips, so we'll see what that looks like. So you get to see every color. I'm going to put every one over the black. It's less reflective with the lighting, so the colors will show right through. They're very opaque, so it doesn't matter what the base is. The color will show through. Now, I'm going to paint one. I'm going to use one on camera. I'll make it this chartreuse, and it hasn't started its flow yet. They were all shrink wrapped. I cut them all for the camera. Too reflective, you couldn't see it through the shrink wrap, so I went ahead and cut them all out before I started the video. And you're going to shake them up as you do traditionally. Push these out of the way. Right, you can hear the marble inside there. Now I can also, check this out, use my 4E's paint shaker. Check that out. That does a great job, and I can hold it long ways like this. You can hear the marble going mad in there. All right, that should do it. That is the 4E's paint mixer. Also, let me get this out of the way. Wow, that thing's heavy. Also below the bench is my Typhoon paint mixer from Typhoon Paint Racks. I use that too. It's got a flat top. You just push it down. I'm doing it, most of these under the desk. When I was doing it, I just hold it right there. I always keep it hooked up. It's a piece of balsa wood. Now, when I push in the tips on these, I do like to put it on a softer surface instead of a hard surface. This is semi-soft. It's balsa wood, so we're just going to push it in there and let it flow, and I'll show you the little dent that it puts in. See it? But these are really strong nylon tips. So I'm just going to hold it maybe 10 seconds. Oh, you can see it flowing already. Look at that. And one more push in should probably do it. And that's it. And that's it. We're flowing out. Let me get rid of this balsa wood. All right, so for the test, let's go ahead and bring this down a little bit. All right. All right, here we go. We're going to do a big rectangle here so we can kind of get the color. Oh, good looking color. Yeah, I like this color very much. All right, a couple of smallish lines. Draw a star or something there. How about a dot here? All right, what was this one? Chartreuse? Chartreuse. Right? Am I got it right? Yes. S-N-E on the end. Don't forget, we want to spell it right. There we go. All right, we're going to let this dry. It's got a little bit of bubble in there, but I don't think it's meant to have a giant swath area like this. You know, I can try to get that bubble out of there, too, if I wanted to. Yep. So, that's a good-looking color. All right, let us go ahead, cap this off, put it so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, I'm going to go put this in the dehydrator. I'm going to mark all of these colors on one of these pieces of plastic, and then I'll come back. And for you, it's going to be about a half a second when I pause this, but I'm going to have it all marked. I'll put it in the dehydrator for about 10 minutes, get them all dried, and we'll see how it looks. And then we'll do a tape test to see if it peels off. And then maybe we'll mark up a couple of Gundam pieces here and see how it performs. So let me go ahead and pause this. I'll come back with all the colors. Okay, my friends, that took a bit of time, but I got them all done. So let's take a peek at these. I labeled them all, so here we go. Here's orange. Very, very nice. Dries nice and smooth. You get a lot of bubbles, but I don't think it's meant to be piled on like I've been doing here. I'm just trying to get a nice color swatch. So when I do the nice scripting or the little lines, there's no bubbling at all. And, yeah, this one came out good. Orange. It's the blue. See, it looks a little rough there, but actually it isn't. It's kind of smooth. Like I said, though, I don't think it's meant to be piled on like that. It's supposed to be more for highlighting, like edges. Like I'm going to paint the edge around this one, this piece here. All right, green. Very nice green. Cyan. Beautiful color. Purple. Bronze. These are in no particular order. Trying to grab these is kind of difficult. Bronze looks more gold, but hey, we'll let it go. Oh, it's a little darker here in person, so I can see that. Chartreuse, the one we did on camera. That is a nice bright green. That'd be good for eyes, right? Yellow looks more orange and gold to me, but oh, it reflects yellow, see it? But not quite yellow, very orangey, golden. But on certain lighting, it is yellow. What am I saying there? See it? Red. Oh, it's a nice red. That is nice. All right, golden. All right, golden. See metal flake in it. See it? They're all metallics, which is pretty nice. Oh, here we go. One more color, then we'll do the metals in the back. Magenta. Very nice. Look at that. And across the back, chrome silver, because it says silver in it. I imagine it's not too chromish. It's kind of shiny here. Again, if you pull it, you're not going to get a real reflective finish, but the smaller you pull it up and the more finer the line work you're going to get, it's going to be absolutely mirror-like and perfect. So I'm guessing it's not meant to be pulled up. Maybe we'll test airbrushing this at some point. Still pretty nice though. All right. Titanium gold. This is very nice. And champagne gold is the last one. Really nice too. This laid down really good. So there you go. Now their old markers were like a, see if I can get it one back here. Here you go. This is metallic blue. This was their old markers. Well, they're probably still around. These are soft tip with the brush tip. See, it says acrylic for plastic models. So this, I imagine, hold on, let's try it. I want back one of these. This is more like a brush tip. Now these go on nice. My problem with these is they were very weak. Going back like a year later, pulling out some of my samples, it kind of flakes off. So these need to be protected with a top coat. Again, though, unique at the time. They had this type of tip that now AK has. So these are pretty good too. These are really nice also. But let's go ahead and continue the test for these. Let's not put this down. It's still wet. There we go. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to just show you how these should be used. I don't know what's a good color to go on top of this blue. I want to see if something shows up. You know, if I put a different, dramatically different color. Let's try the orange, right? So let's get this out of the way. Then we're going to try a tape test to see how durable they are. So we'll do that. So we're just going to go over the edge here. Oh yeah, it shows up really, really nice. Hold on, guys. Let's do this on the fly. There we go. I left it on the runner, so it's easy for me to hold it. So good it covers the blue. It's so opaque. Sorry, guys. Getting out of hand there. That it covers anything. A little awkward holding it behind the camera. But we'll get it. And look at that. Look how nicely it covers. A little bit here. You can let it dry and go over it again. There we go. Look at that. So it covers beautifully. So let's try a different marker. Hold on. Pull out this. Don't go blind there. All right, let's try a different color. I don't know what to try it on. Let me get something red. Here we go. Let's go green. What will look good on there? I'm trying to get something that's drastically different over the red. Let's try this cyan. So let's go back in. Here we go. Yeah, see, this is what it's good for. Little highlights for cars, you know, dashboards and stuff. You highlight the little buttons and whatnot on a dashboard or an aircraft cockpit. I think it's good for eyes on the Gundams. So you see how well it covers the red, which is a tough color. Look at that. So by when I talk about eyes, you know, right here, see what we're talking about? Let's go ahead and hit this right here. Tip of the chin. All right, let's go up here, color this in here. I'm gonna get it perfect here. There we go. Spot in the middle. See how well it covers? It covers really good. When I talk about the eyes, I mean before you assemble this, I would put these on the eye, and you get that nice reflective eye. That's my black light neon panel liner that's in there. So, yeah, there you go. Now here is the gold. The two golds at the top, that darker gold, the titanium, and the champagne. So there it is on the edge there. That's the lighter one, and that's the champagne. You can see the difference right there. All right, let's adjust the camera back. We'll do a tape test, and then we'll call it good. All right? We'll call it good. You hear me, boy lie? We'll call it good. All right, here is the AK down the middle, the test I did a couple weeks ago, and here's the blue right there, and here's a red trim right there, so you can see it, all the markers living in harmony there. Let's go ahead and take this blue. We'll try a tape test. Get some of these out here so I don't get my hands all marked up. All right, here we go. No, it holds on good. It's not even pulling out any remnant. It looks like it's doing a really good job. Yeah, now if I did that with the old acrylic one, boy, it would peel right up, you know. So you let it dry a long time, but fingernails are starting to grow again. Nah, pretty durable. It holds up pretty good, you know. My toothpicks here. It's scratching the plastic, but it's not hitting the marker. Not bad. So yeah, really durable. Yeah, impressive. Really good. So yeah, there you go. Nice quick test. I do like a good marker. I'll be testing some new Sharpies. They got a whole set of metallics for about $20. So we'll see how those look too. Those are probably solvent-based or oil-based, but I'm not quite sure yet. So we'll find out when those come in. They're on their way in now. But for the money, these are really good. I'm trying to pull out the color swatches here. These are really good for the money. They're really good cost at about $3 change a piece. I bought all of these for like 40 or 50 bucks, including these gold ones up here. And my Halloween album up here and my Blind Guardian CDs. There we go. And there we go. All right, let's get the rest of them in so we can say goodbye here. All right, that's the test. All right, guys. I give it an official thumbs up. I am impressed. Very good. These are the kind of colors I like. I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm working on some new colors. As you can see, it's almost like that. New airbrush colors. And you can see I'm spraying them over the different colored primer bases. Look at that. Beautiful colors. They'll be out in a month or two. You'll know about it here first. So there you go. Anyway, guys, that's the test. A big thumbs up. These perform really good. I'll put a link below from the two places, Mega Hobby in America and AliExpress for overseas. And both are reasonable shipping and price-wise. So either place I recommend. I got some other stuff coming in from AliExpress. That'll be another test coming up. Products for bottle building from AliExpress, including some paints. So there you go. A big thumb up. I do like them. Now, please don't forget, guys, to subscribe. Hit the subscription below. Hit the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up as we go onward and upward to 20,000 subs. 100,000 subs. And with it is going to come a massive giveaway. So you guys want to be a part of that. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell as we aim to do 2 videos a week. And we've been keeping our promise for the better part of almost 5 years now. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. God bless you all. Have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day weekend. To all my American friends, happy Labor Day. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. And, of course, we will see you in the next video.